Mafia. Sorry we're running a little bit late. We were having a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we got everything resolved. So what we got on the agenda for today is this is bonus content, and we are featuring the Fishwife Sardines and hot peppers. This is to celebrate the onesie women, and so we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be making focaccia from scratch, and we're going to deck it out and make a nice, beautiful charcuterie board. So let's get to it.
There's a banana in the cauldron. There's a banana in the cauldron. I want to say that it was Katie who put banana Bob in the cauldron. Oh, Katie, what have you done? Gather round, my friends.
Gather round the campfire.
Gather closer, my friends.
I want to tell you a story.
Oh,
Oh,
are you
ready?
well? It was a dark and stormy night. The rain fell upon an old tin roof, making a rat-a-tat-tat heartbeat that echoed down the lonely corridor. The wind whipped down the desolate street, creating creaky, sharp scratches of thorny rose bushes against the window pane. At the end of the road there lies a dark secret, deep within the shadows of Mount Rainier. There is a spooky, historic farmhouse where the Munchie Mafia meets.
On YouTube every Sunday night, they watch for the telltale sign
Of ghosts and ghouls of dishes past. And there's always that one person that asks, what is up with all the bananas? This is so weird. Keep the cliffhanger.
You crazy mofo!
That's in chapter 2.
The spirits are getting restless.
As the lightning streaks against the foreboding clouds, with barely a glimmer of the summer solstice moon, alight with its airy crimson and gold, a kitchen which weaves a little magic upon a cast iron pot upon her stove.
With the stirring stir of her mystical wood explode.
She whispers her spell upon her bubbling brew. This potion tastes like bananas fostered. Why, oh, why, oh, why?
Katie, why banana Bob is tasty.
Kiala. The ghosts of the kitchen come out to play,
As the smells of war fill the tiny old kitchen.
while the flicker of the candle casts a billion dancing light that does a tango. That's not a flicker.
That's a twerking banana
And why is it?
mocking me.
The wheel goes round and round, stopping at one ingredient at a time.
Some are winners, some are losers.
Who the fork suggested Twizzlers?
Oh,
This banana is possessed.
what kind of voodoo is this?
You're going to hell
For that one, a dash of love here, a tiny pinch of passion there, a little bubble, a splash of toilet trouble.
Me tiger tiger's pants disappear. Hashtag Black Tiger on the double.
So Tiger just now realized that the cartoon graphic has only 4 toes. Just now figured that one out. Good job, Tiger. So we've got 18 people in the chat. We've got Shade Tree Cook, M. Buglet, Ace Howdy, Tiger, Windstone, Greg Johnson, M. Buglet, Mac Movement, and Arlene, Sarah Prestwood, Devil Dog's Keeper, Jamie, and I had a little bit of an accident with my chef jacket, so it's in the washing machine right now, so I couldn't wear it today. I'm so sorry. I'm such a spaz. I accidentally dumped my coffee on it. Let's see here. Sarah Prestwood and Foraging Urban Farming, Cindy Dogwood Cottage, and Damoose is also here, and Butler Family Farm is also here as well. So, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to read. Whoops. And today's just been kind of a whirlwind of a strange day. So, one of the cookbooks that I absolutely love, and this is actually a 2-piece set. There's 2 different ones. There's 2 volumes. Unless you're doing frozen desserts, you don't need volume 2. But this is the Pastry Chef's Little Black Book, and it's a huge ass book. Doesn't have any of my recipes in it. But I use this a lot for a lot of things, and it has it in US and metric measurements, and it's very simplified. The text is huge, so you know that makes life so much easier, especially for me. So what we're making is focaccia from this, and it's page 523. And Michael Zabrowski and Michael Megano are the chefs that wrote this book. And the reason why they did that is because if you've ever seen the CIA cookbooks and the baking and pastry ones, those ones are so in detail that in order to be able to understand it, you have to have like a PhD in IKEA furniture building, and also a degree in culinary or pastry arts in order to be able to understand it. So they simplified it, a lot of recipes, so that it's easier for others to be able to follow these recipes, and that's why I love this book. Because I love my CIA baking and pastry and culinary books, but this one is like the holy grail of, this is like the pastry chef's Bible right here. So anyway, the table is full. Yes, I know, damn it. I'm trying my best, Tiger. I'm trying. I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's my cookbook. And what I already have started, because I wanted to get my my yeast blooming, and it's really bloomed a whole lot. You see all the bubbles. That thing is lively, and I'm pretty happy with that. But we're going to need our mixer. I didn't turn that on. All right. So we're going to need 830 grams of bread flour. So 830 grams of bread flour. What am I doing? I'm doing this all sorts backwards. Kind of need, yes, I know my table is full. It won't be as full in a few moments. So I need to set this down for just a second and get my scale. So I need my scale. Go. Put this on there. Oven is preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to tear out the scale, 830. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. All right, now it's down to the very bottom of the bowl, 783. So I'm going to need just a little smidge more. Oh, God dang it. Why does everything have to be freaking right-handed around here? Oh, God. All right. So 830 grams of bread flour. Too much. And the reason why it's always best to weigh out your ingredients when you're doing baking and pastry is that this is more of a science than culinary arts is, or cooking, I should say. You're going to get a more consistent product, but also at the same time, I'm also going to explain some baking 101 to you, in that your temperatures in your house and the amount of humidity that you have in your house will absolutely affect your baking. Hello, Simply Jan Homestead. Welcome. All right. So sometimes you might need a little bit more liquid. Sometimes you need a little bit less liquid. Now, we do not add the salt to the dough just yet because we want it to be able to have its little day in court here. So what we have is 540 grams of water that is 105 degrees, and then 20 grams of yeast. And we're going to just start adding that all to that foam and all. That's a very lively yeast. If your yeast doesn't look like that, it's highly probable that your yeast might be dead. Now, if you keep yours in the refrigerator or freezer, then it's going to react a little goofy. And you might have to just bring it up to room temperature for a little while, because they can be a little sluggish. So now we're going to start the mixer, and it's going to get a little loud here. Oh, and also you want to put a little bit of sugar into your yeast to help feed it, because what causes the yeast to activate is it needs something to eat, and then it farts. Okay. They create gas. What I call yeast farts. We're going to need to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. It's going to be about 110 grams, which is just a smidge, okay? But it's okay if you add a little too much, because this bread loves to have olive oil. Thank you, Tiger, for the stars. Much love to you. All right. So there's that. And we're just going to turn it out. I'm going to take this out here just a moment. And it looks kind of mealy at the moment. So we're going to just give it a little bit of a hand mix and show it a little bit of love. So we're going to pop that off. And as we go along, the table will be less messy. So please be patient. The dumpster fire has yet to start. Oh, God. All right. Getting too old for this. All right. So what's this got to do with the Fishwife Sardines? Well, we gotta give it something to love up all over, okay? So now we're going to take this and pull out our baby. I'm going to clean up the mess a little bit. Now, if you don't like things stuck all over your hands, like I do, I hate dough on my hands, just give yourself a little bit of flour. Just rub it on your hands. Now we're just going to kind of mix it and just keep going with it. And this is a bit of a labor of love, okay? There we go. I needed the exercise anyway. So.
You're about to lose Buttnut.
Yeah, Buttnut. Stay there, Buttnut. I don't know why he keeps wanting to take a tumble off the table. All right. Buttnut is one wiggle away from diving off the table. Is that a bad thing or a good thing, Tiger? That's the question. All right. I know, Winstone's like, I want to fight that banana. So, here we go. And now we just kind of let it rest and do its thing for a little bit. Pull all this nonsense out. Go put it in the sink. Because we're going to rest our dough for a little short. I'm going to wash my hands too. So I went to the doctor today and told my doctor what the orthopedic surgeon said last week or so. Actually, I guess it was 2 weeks ago that I went. He can't see the chart notes, so he was actually shocked, and he's like trying to talk me out of, doing any kind of surgery. And I'm like, you know what? Just take a flying F at a rolling donut, dude, because I can't possibly be expected to live with this pain for the rest of my life. Sometimes you have to advocate for yourself a little aggressively, right? All right, so here's the original bowl from the mixer. What we're going to do is put a little bit of oil in there. Okay. We're just going to toss the baby back in there. Okay. Give it a little bit of oil because we're going to cap it and let it rest for a little smidge. So just wipe a little bit of that oil around so it doesn't develop a skin. Just like so. Now we're going to move on to the next thing, okay? Miss Taro D, hello, my darling. Welcome. Hoping that you're having a wonderful day. I sent you an email last week or so-ish. I don't remember when. It was sometime at some point. I don't know. Replying to your email to me. I don't know if you saw it or not. So you might want to check your spam folder. Just in case. All right. So Now, wine. Let's talk about wine for a moment. When you're dealing with something like sardines that are fatty and delicious, at least to other people. I've never really liked sardines, so this could be a first for me. Let's see how it works out. But, fatty fish needs a sweet wine, usually a white wine, but if you absolutely must have a red wine. What? When I make pizza, we call that dough ball a duffel. Is it the same in baking? Never called it a duffel before. We just call it dough. I call it a baby. But that's just me. But I've never heard that term before. But anyway, back to this. Use a sweet wine, and what we have here is Stella Rosa Peach. I don't know how good it is. It must not be all that great because screw top. Although cork is becoming less and less a thing. So it's sparkling. And that's kind of what you want. You want something that's got some effervescence to it and some sweetness to it. Not too overly sweet. But that's going to be nice. It's got some sweetness, but not too much. All right. What we have in the case is bell peppers. And we also have Castelvetrano green olives and Kalamata olives to go with our charcuterie. And we've got marinated artichokes and some spinach, smoked garlic, green onions, more green onions, Fresnos, and some green bell peppers. And we're also going to supplement it with some tomato. And I also have a cherry rhubarb fruit spread to go with the charcuterie board. We've got uncured pepperoni, uncured peppered Genoa salami. I got some Parmesan cheese, sour cream, whipped Philadelphia cream cheese, some red onion sliced up that was left over from something else, and of course some fresh mozzarella. This is an onion and chive Henning cheese, and it's made in Wisconsin. It looked good. I hope it tastes good. So what we're going to work on next, oh, and then the second can is to also put onto the charcuterie board. What we're going to work on next is the spinach artichoke dip to go with it. So, because we need that to go with it. Because we're not putting any cheese on this focaccia. We're not making a pizza per se, but we're making a pizza per se. Anyway, so let's come on over here to the stove. What I need is some olive oil. And my dog is barking. I turn that to a 7. And we're going to need some of this garlic. And that's it for the moment. Okay. So whipped cream cheese, it's a 12-ounce container. And then a container of regular sour cream. Do not put mayonnaise in it. That's just gross. Anybody that does that needs to, have their head examined, because that's just, no. Just don't do it, man. 8 ounces. Okay? I'll put this over here. So, take the tablet over here so I can read what y'all are saying to me. And see who... Hey, blonde traveling gypsy, welcome in, Mama. Olfia is here. Hello, Mama. All right, we're not going to need that. We're going to need thyme leaves, smoked paprika, and let me get this out. I don't need this anymore. Oh. All right. And cognac. I'm going to need some cognac. Yes, you can use any kind. They also have that Philadelphia cream cheese jalapeno in the whipped variety as well. So if you want to use that, you can definitely use that, or just use regular cream cheese or any of the other flavors in a little tub. Tillamook also has a brand, their own brand of cream cheese spreads. They're quite delicious. They've got a chipotle one. If you like the jalapeno, the chipotle one's really delicious. Oh, oil's hot. We want to take some of that chill off of these artichoke hearts. I didn't drain them very well. That's just a small jar. If you want, you can use fresh. I don't, because artichokes are part of the thistle family, and as much as I love artichokes, when I have to deal with them when they're fresh, it really causes me to have some serious issue with my allergies. I have terrible hay fever allergies and allergies to a lot of noxious weeds and stuff like that. And artichokes, when they're fresh and I'm having to cook them, it just releases all that nonsense into my house. And next thing I know, it's like I'm having to hit the Allegra extra hard. So I like to use the marinated ones. Plus, I like the flavor a little bit more when they're marinated. So give that a stirry stir, just like so. Then we're going to take spinach. We're going to take a whole bunch of the spinach, because once when this is all wilted down to virtually nothing, it's going to be virtually nothing. Because what happens with spinach is that it just shrivels down to maybe a half of a cup. And we're going to let that sit on the heat for a little bit. We're also going to take like a few cloves of this smoked garlic. We're just going to put in like 3 or 4 and save the rest, because we're going to do some really cool stuff with that focaccia. Mash that garlic to release all the beauty. And okay, Timmy. Just like so. And if you want, you can add the anchovies to it. I'm not going to, because Timmy does not like anchovies. And see how that's hardly anything at all? So we're just going to add the remainder of it. This is all fresh spinach, so 1 pound is about what you need, or 1 bundle. And if you want, you can chop it up into a chiffonade or just leave it as it is, because, you know, no matter what, it's going to be delicious. Okay, so there's that. We're going to give it some salt. I'm going to give it a little bit more salt because, you know, salt. Hey, Simple Happy Life, welcome. I love cream cheese too, but man, it's like my dairy intolerance doesn't like it too much. You can use plant-based cream cheese and plant-based sour cream if you have a dairy allergy or intolerance, or if you're a vegan, you can definitely do that with the plant-based ones. Those ones actually are fairly decent. Or you can whip up some soft tofu, some silken tofu, and just whiz it up, and that works just fine too. But I try to avoid soy products as much as I possibly can, because soy is in everything. It's not necessarily good for you. Whoever said, oh yeah, eat more soy, this is smoked paprika. We're going to give it a little smidge or 2 of crystal hot sauce. Just a couple dashes. Okay. And some thyme leaves. Couldn't find any basil today at the store. Only saying that looked halfway good. But don't use mayo. That's right. Don't freaking use mayo. If you use mayo in your spinach artichoke dip, we can't be friends. frenemies. Yeah, we can't be friends. All right. So see that? That's not a lot. Not a lot. Now, let's see here. I need the cream cheese and the sour cream. Put the garlic back over here. Now, what we're going to do, add a little bit of the green of the onion, just a little bit, like a handful, not a lot. Now, if you want to add other things to it, if you want to make this really spicy and kick it up a notch, you can definitely add those Fresnos in here, but, you know, when you got hot on hot on hot on hot, you can't get a break from it. So I don't put it in this because it's going to be on the focaccia itself with the other accoutrements. So Courvoisier, I just use the cheap one, not the drinking one. We're going to deglaze this pan and let it get happy, let it get fat and sassy. Hey, P Digits, welcome. Timmy had to take the dogs out, so. Oh, there it is. All right. So, 8 ounces of sour cream. And one of the nice things about this here is that it makes an awful lot. So if you're one of those types of people that likes to graze on hot days, and you just want to have something to graze on, the focaccia reheats really nicely. You just, you know, put it in the oven for a few minutes, you know, the leftovers for a few minutes, and just let it heat up and get all nice and happy all over again. Yeah, I did put thyme in there. I don't remember if I put thyme in there. Okay. Which means to say it with me, Timmy won't eat it. Yeah, that's right. But you will eat this because I know you will. You love my spinach artichoke dip. Now, the spinach artichoke dip can either be served hot or it can be served cold. I prefer to have it nice and heated up. Not too horribly. I mean, I don't like having a leaf of that spinach burn my chin. So we're going to use all of this, okay? All of it. And I saw Killing It and Grilling It in my comment section yesterday. I kind of miss seeing him around, but he lives over in Nebraska, and he leases land to a company, to a spice business, and they make this really delightful all-purpose blend that just is absolutely to die for, and I'm still working on, I think I'm working on the last container of it. And it's called Jim Baldridge's Secret Seasoning. So this is kind of a shout out to our buddy Killing It and Grilling It. And we're going to be adding a dashy dash of that. And when I say a dashy dash of that, I'm, you know, give it half of a teaspoon. See where you're at. And Jim Baldridge Secret Seasoning. And it's made in North Platte, Nebraska. BaldridgeSeasoning.com. I don't know if anybody can throw the link up for that. But the stuff is good. It's really good stuff. No spinach for you. Okay, so Emily, if you don't like spinach, will you eat artichokes? Because if you eat artichokes, you can add the artichokes in there. Don't put the spinach in, but you could put caramelized onions in there. You know, it'll be just as good. What I do is I don't have my new grill put together yet, but it's a wood-fired grill. And what I can do with it is I can char up some onions on the grill. And I love using charred onions, so you basically just burn the living snot out of the cut section of it, and then you just wrap them in foil and just put them back on the grill with some oil, and you just let them do their thing on a cooler spot, right? You don't want to char them to death, but then you just blend it up and put it in there. And no onions and no artichokes. Well, I guess you're just not going to get diddly squat now, are you? I'm kidding. Okay, so how about this, Emily? If you take some shredded chicken and some bacon, right? Shredded chicken and little dices of bacon, add it to it. Forget about the spinach, forget about the artichokes. Do that with the shredded chicken and the bacon bits, right? And then you take some Frank's Red Hot, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and a little smidge of butter and a squeeze of lemon juice. And you let this get all nice and happy and fat and sassy, and put a packet of the, what's the name of the ranch? Hidden Valley Ranch packet into it, right? Hidden Valley Ranch packet, Frank's Red Hot, shredded chicken, bacon bits. Same amount of other stuff. Would you eat that? And if you don't want shredded chicken, you could do chopped up chicken nuggets. God, you're like a 2-year-old, Emily. What are we gonna do with you? So, and that's my buffalo chicken ranch dip, hot dip that I make sometimes. I don't make it all that often, but I also use it as a pizza sauce for pizzas. Okay, so we want some grated Parmesan cheese, but we don't want a lot. That's like a 1/4 cup of that. We're going to stir that along. Okay, just like so. And we're going to turn the stove off, because we're just going to let that sit, because we got some other stuff to do. Okay, so let's come back over here to the table. I got to go over here and hit the ATEM button because Timmy's outside. So table for auto. All right. So now we're going to check our dough. Our dough is almost doubled. We're going to just let it get fat and sassy for just a little bit longer. I'm going to move my wine over there. Now, this wine here, you probably want to chill it a little bit. I personally would rather just have it so that it's just room temperature. But that's my preference. I don't like cold things in my mouth. All right. So, damn it. All right. 1 second. Guys, I'm going to look for something right quick. I was actually going to use that wine glass for something else, but like a dumbass, I decided I wanted to use it for something else. All right, so this will have to work. It's about the same size mouth as that. All right, so uncured Genoa salami. Now this is how you deck out a charcuterie board. We're going to get this started while we wait for that stuff, okay? As soon as I figure out how the hell to get into it. I swear, they adult-proof these damn things. God. Freaking a nightmare. What's wrong with these people? So, anyway, come on. Gee, Sylvie, what's the glass for? You know what, that's too big. It's just too big. Let's see here. There we go. We'll just use this. That'll work too. All right, shot glass. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to set it so that half of it is in the cup and it's standing upright, just like so, right? We're just going to go all the way around the shot glass. It's got some sugar in the bottom of it. That's what I use to measure my sugar out. See, just like so. See that? right? And we're just going to keep going around in a circle, just overlapping, maybe making some of them a little taller than the rest, but not by much. But you want to make sure that they're just kind of offset a little bit, or else you lose the effect that you're going for. And this, my friends, is how you make a charcuterie board like a pro, or like a psychopath, whichever. And sometimes these charcuterie boards can get really, 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 really pretty. Now you can leave it like this so that it looks like a little cup, or it looks like a little flower, right? Or what we could do is take it and you start bending them over, just like so, and then just keep lining it, and it looks kind of loosely resembles a fleshlight at some point, and it looks a little ridiculous, but it's okay. Okay, just like that. You just keep going around, press it over, just like so, until that hole is full, or filled in the bottom of it, right? Just keep going around and around and around. Some of you have already seen me do these before, but you know, it's a new year, new group of people, and it's all right. Or if you want and you just don't want to deal with it, just do it and don't bend them over, okay? So it's going to be roughly about all of one of these little packages. So pressy, pressy, press, and just keep going around and around and around until that hole is filled in. And when you think it's already filled in, just finger bang it a little bit and it'll be fine, all right? Finger banging. All right, let's get this out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Now we got our charcuterie board. Get rid of this. All right, so see this? It looks kind of weird, but when you flip it upside down, voila, we've got a pretty rose. I'm going to put that in a corner, just kind of fluff it a little bit, but be careful, you can destroy it. But there we have a rose. And if you don't want it to compete with, if you don't want the pepperoni to, because pepperoni is considerably smaller, you don't want it to really compete with it, so what you could do is hey, Lucy Warren. How are you, darling? We're making charcuterie, and we're finger banging meat. Sorry, I'm a little sassy and foul today. Okay, I'm a little upset about the weather and not being able to put my new grill together and get the Tale of Two Chilies going. Our weather sucks. I hate Seattle and the surrounding areas. So if you don't want it to compete with your salami rose, then don't do it this way. But it's fun. It looks really pretty when you have it all ready to go. It's very, very pretty. And you know, here's the thing about charcuterie boards and stuff. And I need to talk to Eddie to see if he would like to do something like this, where Jamie engraves charcuterie boards, and he can go and sell them at the farmer's market as charcuterie boards. So all the way around, just keep going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. There's a lot of money to be had in these charcuterie boards. And grazing tables. It's like the big thing right now. Alright, so there we have that one. We're just going to kind of set that offset. We don't want to put them in a straight line like that because they look funny. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because that's kind of like what's known as bookending. So just kind of set it off to offset, okay? Wipe my hands. Let's check our bread. I got salami guck all over the place. Okay, so my dough is ready to rock and roll. So let's step back over to that one. Once when I scoot this over out of the way, put this up there for the moment. Uno momento. Set that up there. Okay, so now focaccia really loves oil, but there's a fine line. Okay, you don't want to put too much oil, or else it's going to get really sloppy. Okay, so fine line would be, just give it a splashy splash, just like so, and move it around, just like so. And because you want to get quite a bit of oil down, because it's going to soak it up and it could end up getting stuck. This is a pan extender that matches the brand of the half sheet pan. Full sheet pans don't generally fit in the standard household oven, so if you're looking at getting a fancy one of these, this is what's known as a pan extender for a half sheet pan. And what it does is it just fits right into the pan, and you can bake cakes, full sheet cakes in it, instead of using 13 by 9 by 2s, which aren't standard sized cakes, and they're kind of rounded off a little bit, so they're a little harder to take out. So now our baby has doubled in size, so now we're going to take our baby and we're just going to dump it out. And we're going to just kind of stretch it a little bit, and it's got a lot of oil on the very top, and that's okay because this really loves oil. So now we're going to just kind of move it around, and then we don't want to squish it too much, and we don't want to pull on it too much. We want to get it so that it stretches as best as it possibly can. And we're going to dimple it with our fingers, and that's how we're going to get it to move a lot better. And if you got like a hole in it, that's okay. It's all right. It's focaccia. So poke your fingers in it, play around in it. This is a great activity for families that like to cook together. And that's what this is all about, is creating something that's kind of interactive with your friends, your family, whatever. Because it's a pass around. It's something that sits in the middle of the table and everybody just kind of digs in together, right? So it's kind of a celebration food. And it really isn't that hard to make. This is what I use for my pizza dough too. I make focaccia just like this, and I treat it like a deep dish pizza of sorts. It's really delightful. I've got an old video. I'd like to revisit that one because there was a couple of my favorite pizzas that I used to make at the cafe. That I used to be the executive chef for years upon years upon years ago. It was a very popular pizza, and it was a Thai ginger with my Thai ginger wing sauce as the base, and it was so good. So just pokey it, okay? just like so. All right. Get a towel because my hands are very greasy and I can see myself having a problem with this. Okay, so now this is where we're going to take a pretty good amount of salt. We're going to sprinkle. We're going to sprinkle all over the crust. Okay, just like so. And we're going to get some thyme. You can use rosemary. I ran out of rosemary. Thyme is good too. Because you also, since we're doing this with fish, we want to make sure that we don't give it too heavy of a flavor. Because you don't want the fish to disappear in the flavor of the herbs, but you want just the right amount. Okay, so now we're going to just, whoops, shut. Okay, so that's okay. Just move it around. We want to get, oh, freaking hey, man. Hey, Steve, thank you for the super chat. Muchos gracias. All right. Pokey. You want to get that oil down in there, right? And you know, another thing about this is you can bake this in a cast iron pan, and it works great out when you're camping. You just bake it in a cast iron pan over an open fire. And the hot temperature from the fire is really going to get that nice and crusty and oh so delightful. Let me get my dirty towel and dribbled oil all over the floor. Okay, so now we got that. We're going to par bake this as it is before we start decking it out. We're going to talk about all the little deck outs that we're going to be doing to this to, you know, get this ready for the party, because it's, you know, right now it's, you know, it's more like a spa day. So we're going to put this in for about 8 minutes and par bake it. And I'm going to go get a fork real quick. Oh, a spoon. Yeah, spoon. All right. So, Fishwife. We got our nice sparkling peach white wine. It's still good. And you know what? That's not actually bad. I think I might actually buy some more of that. All right. So, Fishwife is a business, and they've got a website, and it's eatfishwife.com. We've got a link somewhere. And the thing that I love about their other products, I've not had this one yet. I can't wait, actually. Will I spit or will I not spit? That is the question. The ingredients are very simple. Sardines, extra virgin olive oil, hot pepper, and sea salt. That's it. There's no weird fillers, no nothing in it. Just honest ingredients. And that's what I love about this, because it aligns with, you know, much of what I like to do when I cook from scratch. And so, serving size is 1 can, drained, 84 grams, 200 calories, 14 grams of fat, 340 milligrams of sodium. The average person, you'll be fine. People that are looking for something that's heart healthy, as long as you're maintaining your, you know, what your dietitian or doctor has prescribed for you, it's well within the parameters, as long as you monitor your sodium intake throughout the rest of the day. Okay, it's not bad. 0 carbs, 0 sugars, 18 grams of protein for 1 can. This is why sardines are very, very popular among the keto community and those that are, you know, doing other types of diets. So always be very careful, because these tin cans can bite you. So be mindful of where your hands are when you're pulling it open. And when you're closing them, make sure that you fold down the lid all the way into the can and squish it down in there, because I've known people to grab their trash bag out of their can and they go to drag it to the garbage can outside, and what ultimately happens is the lid will break through the bag and it'll slice your leg right open. So be mindful of that. But these cans, never safe. Nothing's ever I don't know. Anyway, so let's take a looky here. So here's the sardine, and that looks like a nice big chunk of sardine. Oh. All right, so far, I've tried their tuna, I've tried their smoked salmon, I've tried their anchovies, and those other three have won me over. Now, when it says hot peppers, I was kind of worried because I don't like a lot of hot spicy stuff. I'm always a little worried, but this actually has a nice flavor. It's well balanced. It's not overly hot. And you know what? I like this. I'm gonna eat this for dinner. So, Fishwife, sold. I definitely gotta go and check the local Costco, because they've got the trout in chimichurri, and it just sounds really good. So we're going to take this the sardine, and we're going to put it on the top of that, and we're going to put it back in the oven and finish it. But we're also going to deck it out with a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, wow. That's, yeah. I bet you're proud of me, Tiger. I like sardines. But I think I only like these sardines. So that's a win, right? Alright. So probably should have worn my sardine eyeglass toppers for this, but it's Pride Month, so it's like I wanted to show my colors for Pride. All right, so we're gonna just set that right there. We're gonna leave the oil in there because you can always dip your bread into the oil. That oil doesn't seem overly oily to me. It doesn't taste greasy, and the fact that it is a quality oil and not sunflower oil or soybean oil or anything like that, you know, I'm okay with that. So the back of the box says, our sardines are responsibly wild caught in the Northeast Atlantic at the peak of the season when their quality is highest. The sardines are hand packed into our tins with Spanish extra virgin olive oil, hot pepper, and a touch of sea salt. Enjoy with hot sauce and potato chips over a crispy breakfast toast, or stirred into pasta puttanesca. And if anybody is interested in seeing pasta puttanesca, I can definitely do that. So if I get, how many likes do I have so far? I got 16 likes and 26 people in chat. If I get 25 likes on this live stream by the time that we are done, we'll make pasta puttanesca with the other 2 cans of sardines. I'll demonstrate that. I'll even make the pasta from scratch. So, hey, drunken chef, welcome. 25 likes, and I'll do that. Probably be in a couple weeks though, because I'm showing Fishwife a lot of attention lately, and I don't want it to seem like I'm, this is a biased sponsorship, which it's not a sponsorship. Although it would be nice if they would sponsor me. I'd love. All right, so we got 1 minute left. I need another camera so I can just point it right into the oven. So we're going to take a gander at it. See if we got some crust developed on it. Yes, we do. Okay. So. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up, you. Okay. All right. Bring this on over here. Oh, I need my trivet because I always burn my hand or my arm. All right. Trivet. This. Bring it on over here because we're going to. We're going to deck it out over here and move this out of the way so we don't dump it all over the floor, right? Right. Set it right there. All right. So, with focaccia, just check the temperature. I can tell you it's only par baked. So we're at 143 in the thick part, 155, 172, 173, 170. This side is going to be a little problematic. No, it's not. Maybe not. Okay. So now let me get some gloves because I'm going to make a mess all over myself. Right? What? Show us the sardines, please. Yes, I'm going to show you the sardines because it's going to get spread out. That sardine is going to get spread out all over the place. We're going to use one whole can. Now, here's the sardines. Those are lovely. And now we're just going to break them up and we're just going to just sprinkle all over, okay? Because you should get a little bite everywhere. A little bite here, a little bite there, a little bite everywhere, right? And I don't know about you, but my panties are a little moist because of the clean label. Huh? All right. I know, right, Tiger? Civvy. Civvy's being naughty. She's being a naughty Nelly. All right. I think it's the wine. I get a little aggressive with wine. All right. Those are some nice little chunks all over. See? All over. Now comes the fun part. We're going to deck it out with a whole bunch of other things, but we're not putting cheese on this, okay? No cheese. Because not everything has to have cheese on it, okay? Oh, there's pepper right there. Yeah. I don't think we're going to use that. But we want to get a little bit of that oil in there. Just a little bit of that oil. Let's give it a little bit. All right. That pepper is decided, I want to live. So, there we go. Decided to use the oil after all. Okay. So there's that. Alright. I have eaten many cans of sardines when camping or fishing. Never thought of it as something to cook a dish with. Yes, Todd. Sardines actually work very well in a variety of dishes, including as a topping on top of, a nice bread. And that's why we're showing this. And it can be done over a campfire in a cast iron pan. You probably want to cut the recipe in half. So we don't want to go too overboard with the red onion. We're not going to put all of it on there, but julienne, it's not supposed to be like something that's like going to have a lot of substance to it, because we want those beautiful sardines. And I'm genuinely being honest about this. You know, it's like I give it a 5-star. I give it a 5-star. This has won me over. All right, so now we're going to get ourselves some green bell pepper, and we're just going to sprinkle. This is just supposed to just add a little smidge of color, okay? A little smidge of color, just like so, right? And then we got our Fresnos, or if you like some other types, you can use something else. It's entirely up to you. And be careful not to touch your junk. So I recommend, you know, using some gloves. Okay, just like so. And then we have our smoked garlic. Just toss it around. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, because that's one of the things about this, is it's supposed to have a rustic appeal to it. It's not supposed to be composed. It just is what it is, right? And of course, you know, throw some tomatoes on there. These are just baby tomatoes that are all sorts of different colors. They will break down and they will release its juices, and it'll make it a little on the moist side, but that's okay, because, you know, that's what this is all about. Not too many though, okay? Yeah, that's just the right amount. All right? Now, if you like to have cheese, you can put cheese. Oops. Sorry. Latoria is laughing at me. She's tormenting and taunting me. And we're going to put it back in the oven for another 7 minutes. We're going to go back to our charcuterie board, okay? So there we go. Right in the oven. Just like so. For another 7 minutes. Alright, let's pick this up. It's going to be very hot. Move that out of the way. Alrighty, Roo. Now back to this. Now, charcuterie board. Now, what I would do is I would take our mozzarella cheese, which has a lot of frickin' water in it. I forgot to drain it. Sorry. Be right back. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, so now what I like to do is I like to take the little slices of mozzarella and just kind of fan them out. Stick a little bit over here. Okay. I would do odd numbers, 5s or 6s. Even numbers, like that's an even-ish. And we take this other one and we just kind of do that right there like so. Bring that can in. And these ones, we're going to just fan this out as well. Just like so. Yeah. Tax. Alright. And then, of course, onion chive cheddar. So we're just going to slice this in half. Now, if you want, you could definitely take this cheese right here, or any other kind of cheese, and you can hit it with a blowtorch. And like I said, you know, Does that look cool? No. Does that look cool? No. This? Okay, that works. Now we want our cherry rhubarb. And what I would do is I would just kind of just set that there. Put that right there. Put the label side out so people can see what's in there. Kind of tuck it a little bit, just like so. And then we're going to need some little cups. My sign fell down. Some little tiny rammies. We need rammies. Okay. And I would put the little tiny one there and one more over here. Put the calamatas over here like so. Just like that. Castelvetranos. There are some really nice. These ones I really like. They're not overly briny, but they have a nice meaty texture to them, and they're a lighter kind of olive. Okay. Now you can also put cornichons and other things like that if you like that. Some other kind of marinated vegetables like the giardiniera stuff if you wanted. Just like so. Take some of those Fresnos and just kind of dot them around, like right there. You can also put some nuts as well. Here's some green onion. So oops, this is the whites, and I just dropped one on the floor. And oh my dumb luck, my puppy will come along and eat it. So, you know, just kind of stick them right like so. You know, give it a little bit of height. Stick a couple there. Stick a couple over here. Maybe just pick this one up and just kind of lay it back down. Just like so. You know, give it a little bit more. Whoops. Oh, kind of fell apart a little bit. Okay. Maybe just stick this one over here. Like that. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to be needing some fruit because, you know, those sardines are going to love a little bit of fruit. These are cotton candy grapes. These things, I don't know if you've ever had them, but they're freaking delicious. Tuck in the flashlights. Yeah. I don't know, Kenny. I think the flashlights will be okay. So there we go. And then we'll save that spot there for our focaccia. Move this out of the way. Just put it right there. I have a feeling that's going to fall down. All right, try this. Set that down there. Put that right there. Move this out of the way. All right. And then some nuts. You could definitely put some nuts. Let's see. Do I have any nuts? I'm afraid that I might not have any nuts. All right. So I would do like pistachios, maybe some cashews, maybe some flavored pistachios and cashews, some almonds. You know, whatever you prefer. If you don't like nuts, then don't do nuts. All right, so we're going to turn this back on for a little smidge. You can definitely put this in the oven if you want, or not. We're going to let this get happy for a moment. We'll let that do its thing for just a couple more moments. I just have a feeling it's not quite there yet. This is where we're going to put the mozzarella cheese, shredded cheese on there. This is just a Kroger brand. I don't know how well it's going to work. I can already feel that it's going to be a little on the gritty side, so just kind of spread it out. Now you could put this in a crock all on its own and then stick it in the oven if you want. I'm not going to go that far, so I'm not that picky. But we're going to just do that. Put that there for the moment. Look for my blowtorch. Timmy, you know where my blowtorch is? There it is. Alright. Blowtorch. Maybe help it along a little bit and get a little bit of char on that cheese, you know? Not too much char. I think my gas can is getting a little empty. Alright. Got a little tiny bit of char on there. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. The velvet feels nice, Tiger. That's cool. See, I tend to like the latex because it squeaks. So, anyway. Delightful. Stella Rosa. Alright. So, we did a mail call yesterday, and that was a live stream yesterday. So if you missed it and you want to see what cool stuff I got yesterday, definitely check it out. Got an assortment of cool stuff. Tweezers. These are offset tweezers, so we're going to set that right there like so. Of course, I got my identification tape on it, so don't mind the peacock design on it. And let's see here. I think I got everything that I wanted, except for the nuts, because I don't have any nuts. We're going to check our bread next, okay? So let's get that opened up, pulled out. I don't think we're ready yet. We're going to give it like 4 more minutes. All right, so how's everybody doing? Would you tackle this task for a birthday party or just a night out at the pool with your besties or anything like that? I think it would be just absolutely delightful. It's very simple to do, and if you don't want to do all that, just do your best, but don't try to make straight lines. Kind of go at an angle and maybe do some curves and put a little bit here, a little bit there, and just try not to make it look too bookended. Just put that right there for the spread, because we definitely need the spread. And I got Timmy his own loaf of sourdough bread because he don't like this. He don't like sardines. Something in his childhood where he had eaten them before one too many times, and when you force kids to eat something they don't like, they tend to remember that for the rest of their lives and they won't eat it. Yeah, some fan strawberries. I didn't get any strawberries because they didn't look good at all. They're not in season here yet. But other types of acidic fruits, like blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Some of the stone fruits, I would do dried apricot would be good. Some dried fruits as well go really well with these. You just sprinkle them a little bit here, a little bit there, or put them in little cups like that. Thank you, Emily. Really appreciate that. Much love to you. All right. We're just waiting on that. Anybody got any questions? Where are we at on likes? We're at 21 likes. I only need 4 more and I'll make puttanesca. Yes, peaches, dried fruits. Sardines do like dried fruit. That would be really kind of a cool thing if you wanted to do like a bento box for a lunch. Some crackers, a can of sardines, some dried fruit, some fresh fruit, a little bit of mustard, you know, and you got a nice little box. Maybe some cheeses. But you don't want to go too over the top with the cheese because, you know, they're kind of fatty. Oh, thank you, Winstone. Thank you very much. Much love to you. All right. 1 more minute left. We got some stuff happening over here. It's getting a little bubbly. All right. So the temperature that we're looking for, it's going to be 200 degrees. So let's give it let's take its temperature. We got 208, 211, 212, 211 in the thicker spot. So it's good. This is going to be a thinner spot because I wasn't paying too much attention to getting it all lined up all nice and evenly. All right, so let's turn that off. We're going to turn this off as well. Yeah, and we're going to pull this. No, we're not going to pull this. That'll work. All right, so I don't know how, can they see this pretty well over there on the upstairs camera? Okay, so just take oh man, those sardines smell nice. Now, if you really wanted to go full out on this, you could put other seafood, like some lightly breaded, very gently breaded squid, some calamari. You can definitely use calamari. Smoked mussels or smoked oyster. Just to give it a little bit of a more refined approach, something more provincial. Come on, let go of the ring. Go. I'll free this up on this end very well. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for this. All right, come on. All right, let me get rid of this because this is hot. All right, have that. And now all we need to do is just get ourselves a knife. And we're gonna see. Now this is just for the 2 of us, so definitely gonna eat some of this tonight. Probably gonna have two pieces like that. And now we'll grab that. Hope and pray that it comes apart. These tomatoes are softened, but they're not squishy. That's okay. And there we have it. We're gonna just stick this right over here, like so. Maybe one more. No, we'll just stick with that. just so you guys can see it. Drop a couple of those hot tomatoes there. It's like so, ow, 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 hot, mother hummer. All right. And now we need some of our spinach artichoke dip. And this is just for two people, so I'm not going to go too overboard because we also have some of those dips that Tiger was talking about. But got to have this right there like so. Just kind of move that tomato out of the way, and there we have it. Munchy Mafia. More wine to go with it. Wine for the charcuterie. All right. And then this is going to be very hot. So you just grab a piece. And you can take a little bit of this cherry rhubarb. Just going to have a tart cherry flavor to it, but also at the same time the acid from the rhubarb is going to really add some life and stuff to that. So go in there, dig in, just like so. Oh my god. I don't want that huge piece, but I'm going to throw a little tiny piece of that right here on top of this spread because fruit is a good accompaniment. Sardines. And I wouldn't pollute it with cheese. So. A little less on the spread. Yeah. Wow. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you do make this at home, take a picture of it and send it to munchiemafiaofficial@gmail.com so I can see what it is that you're making and marvel at your work. A little bit of that Fresno. A little bit of that tomato with the, see, it's nice and soft. It's going to burst in my mouth and it's going to burn myself. I shouldn't do that. This bread is also very hot still, so. All right. So, Fishwife, 5 out of 5. I'm sold on this. I'm going to eat all of it. Yes, I do have that. It's 1 pound, 13.2 ounces of bread flour. 1 pound, 3 ounces of water. 3.9 ounces of olive oil. 0.7 of an ounce of salt. And 0.75 ounces of yeast. Gee, May. Sardines. This would definitely be Crazy Lady approved. I'm telling you. So, Munchy Mafia, we're not spinning for a new outro today because the new outro we only spin on Sundays, and that's when the following Sunday is when we run the new outro. So we got Lance again tonight. And then Sarah Prestwood will be on Sunday's outro. So you'll definitely have to check that out, but we're not spinning tonight. So we're, huh? I'm at cups, tablespoon, teaspoon. I'm gonna. All right.
Post it on your page.
I'll post it on the website. I have to do math, man. You're making me do math early. I suck at math, but I will do that for you, Tiger, because you're Tiger, and I love you. I love all y'all. But yes, I will do it. Anyhow, Munchie Mafia, I just wanted to say thank you all for all your support and coming out and whatnot. And I hope you all have a happy rest of your hump day. And we will see you out on the YouTube streets. And on Sunday, we're doing chicken fried cube steak. And that one is dedicated to Greg Johnson, our mod. So, anyway, Munchie Mafia, I just want to say thank you all. Check out eatfishwife.com. And don't forget, cook with love and eat with passion. And thanks for coming. Have a good night. Love y'all. Bye.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. We really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on Off-Topic Squirrel, because Poochie needs love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were before you hit that play button on YouTube. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, Chef CV, what's cooking? If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time, what's stopping you? Since you're still here on YouTube, please visit our friend Lance. He has a cool barbecue and fish keeping channel. Check his channel out. Sleeper barbecue, grills to gills, will teach you the 100 ways to prepare and grill a koi or fry a school of boss man, your rainbow fish to absolute perfection, and serve it with a side of cherry shrimp etouffee. Lance is the crazy cat lady of the hobby fish community. Make new friends that you'll love to meet. You'll love his interactive streaming panels. We miss that squeaky antique chair. Hashtag squeaky chair lives matter. What's cooking? Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it. Whoever suggested that is going to hell, as Chef CV says. Stir up some magic whiskey, whisking a little mischief. Bake a little mystery with the spinning wheel of misfortune. We really hate saying goodbye, so let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time, maybe even a tattoo. For now, we'll be here or on Off-Topic Squirrel, because Poochie needs love too. What's cooking?